We began, not we, but they began the beautification program with, I want to be sure of this, 20 properties that were judged. This year, 410 properties were judged. That's incredible. We have 365 winners. Each year, our city grows, and with it, the interest with beautification grows. And the ones that have made this possible are sitting right here. We thank you for making Huntsville beautiful. Without you and your endeavors and your work to take care of your property, whether you're a landscaper, a property owner, or just an employee, not just an employee, but an employee, you are making it happen. Thank you for caring. Before we begin our program, I have a couple of introductions. First of all, we are very blessed with a very outstanding mayor. Tommy Battle cares about our city. And trust me, because I'm in the middle of all of this. Without his help, this program would not be the success that it is. With that, I'd like to present our mayor, Tommy Battle. Would you please stand? And then we have a very good city council too. Would you please stand up? I want to thank the Museum of Art for letting us use this beautiful facility. We have a hard time getting everybody in large halls because we are all volunteer board. So we really appreciate the Museum of Art doing this for us. Now I'd like to introduce the members of the Beautification Board. They're already standing because there are not enough seats. So if you just kind of raise your hands and you see these blue polo shirts, and I think a round of applause is merited. Now, we have two different organizations. One is the Beautification Board, but we work hand in hand with the Green Team. And the Green Team is Joy McKee. She is so much behind all our litter control, our recycling. I could go on and on and on about her. But the other Joy is right here, and she needs a help. Last year, we started a new award. We had a very beloved member, Nell Bragg. She was on our board for 45 years. She was one of the charter members of the Beautification Board. And that was more than 45 years ago that she started this. We thought, because Nell was so outstanding, that we would like to give a special award to some deserving person that was more or less following in her footsteps. No one could ever fill her shoes, but just do what she's doing to take care of our city. This year, I think we have a very outstanding person. I'm going to have to read a little bit of this. This person was a charter member of the Green Valley Garden Club. In 1959, she served in many positions, including club president. She has received many, many awards, including Garden Club of Alabama, Life Membership, and National Garden Club membership. Through her untiring concerns and interest in the beautification of our city of Huntsville, she was charter member of the Botanical Garden and the Garden Guild, working with the garden in the gift shop which she chaired. Other involvements with the garden include the Galaxy of Light, the plant sales, and even making bows for Christmas sales. Being a person involved with beauty brought her to attain the position of flower show judge with the state of Alabama and also on the national level. A loving mother of 5 daughters and 5 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. And by the way, this lady, and I don't think she'll mind, is 90 years old, and she is still going strong. She makes flower arrangements for her church, for her friends, and she is just absolutely incredible. Our recipient and her husband, Norman, now deceased, have always been involved with beautifying our city, and Norman was one of the bushwhackers that helped clear the land for the botanical garden. To present this award, I'm asking Ben Bragg, the son of Nell Bragg, to present this award and tell you who it is.
When Joy mentioned to me a few names that she was thinking about giving this award to, it just made me think back on all the many volunteers, some who aren't here anymore, many who are still with us, and I see a lot of them out here, and I've talked to a few of them today. It's difficult to choose just one person, but this person, to me personally and to my family, is very special. We considered her mom's best friend. They went to a lot of meetings together, judged a lot of flower shows, ate a lot of lunches together, her and Mom, and I know Becky Cody when she was still with us. And so, this lady, to me, represents what volunteerism is about. And so it is my great honor today to present the 2014 Nell Bragg Volunteer Award to Mrs. Gladys Comas.
Today we are presenting 4 awards. The first 2 are husband and wife, Mr. and Ms. Craighead. They are here today to represent the Chaffee Neighborhood Civic Association as chairman for their Neighborhood Beautification Committee. Each month for many years, the Craigheads with other neighbors get together, meeting at their park to clean up their neighborhood. The green team provides the bags, gloves, and grabbers. They pick up litter at the Fleming Hill subdivision, North and South Parkway Estates, Hazelton Estates, the Big Spring Estates. The average pickup is 88 bags of litter. They even cut down hanging branches and broken branches that are on the sidewalks. When I asked why do they get involved, they stated they like things neat. Since their commitment to maintenance of the entries, they now notice everything at entrances. The 2 of them do inspections of areas beforehand to decide where to get the group to work each time. They have lived in Huntsville for 50 years and feel that improving quality of life for families by keeping the area attractive and safe is very important. The committee has a web page where others in the neighborhood can view photos and projects and improvements of their neighborhood. We appreciate folks like the Craigheads that take pride in their neighborhood and hope that others will follow their lead. Thank you, Oneida and Paul, for helping keep Huntsville clean and beautiful. Please come forward to receive your appreciation certificates. He first started picking up trash while walking his dog. 5 Points Association noticed him doing this, so now there is an event twice a year where neighbors are involved and pitch in to pick up litter. The green team of the City of Huntsville also provides their supplies. Usually 15 to 20 people help. Jerry has never cared for a trashy neighborhood. He thinks that, well, I didn't put it there, but get over it and do it. His motto, do it yourself and take pride in yourself. He has 3 children and 3 grandchildren. He is faithful in keeping 5 Points clean and green, walks every day with a bag in his hand. He's just a worker willing to pitch in and just make things better. On behalf of the City of Huntsville, the Beautification Board thanks you, Jerry Berg, for making a difference in the beauty of our neighborhood by keeping litter off the streets. Please come forward to receive your appreciation certificate.
Appreciate it.
Our third nominee has gone above and beyond by trying to improve an area that previously was in disrepair. He has encouraged the surrounding businesses to work with him in this endeavor. He has worked to divert water and help surrounding businesses as they would be under 3+ inches of water after a hard rain. He has been inspirational to all those who know him. Not only has he completed most of the work himself, he has used his own funds for this effort. His creativity and use of color is boundless. He incorporates beautiful stone walls instead of merely digging channels to divert the water. He's used a variety of materials, such as brick and stone. The site of improvement is Old Council Court near Governor's Drive. He says it's always going to be an ongoing project for him. He now uses the site as a teaching tool for autistic and special needs children for emotional and instructional purposes. An example is he planted strawberries to show how to pick them and the fact that they do come from plants. He feels this outdoor classroom is the one chance to make a first impression on these children. As he puts it, it gets the child outside the brain, opens up and gets energy out, which provides peace and calming. He was a minister for 22 years before going into education. You can see his work firsthand at Huntsville Achievement School on Governor's Drive. Richard Reynolds, please come forward to receive your special recognition certificate from the Beautification Board.
You know, I have one of the most fun jobs in the city, and we get to partner with a great group like the Beautification Board, and I really want everybody to let them know, Joy Parker and all the members of the Beautification Board and the past members who are sitting out here and judges who are sitting out here from the past, let them know with a round of applause how much we do appreciate them. We come together and we have an Operation Green Team Volunteer of the Year. And we just take this time to do it because we are partners with the Beautification Board. And this year, it's a father and son team. And we're going to flash some pictures up for you and tell you a little bit about them. If Brad Gresham and his son Brody will come forward, and Mom, you can come too. This is a heartbreaking, tear-jerking little boy right here. I'm telling you, isn't he the cutest thing you've ever seen? Well, if you look up on the screen, you're going to see some of the labors of his work. Brad is responsible for doing plastic cap recycling, which a lot of you people are doing for Operation Green Team. But he takes it a little bit further. We don't have recycling in every park, in every city park. We want that, and we want to get to that. So Brad decided to be an Operation Green Team volunteer and help us. And with Brody's help, they do just all kinds of different parks, tournaments. He actually goes in at 5 o'clock in the morning, goes through the trash before my men go and pick it up, to pick through the trash to get the recyclables out. Now, how dedicated is that? You know, and he also goes around to a lot of businesses in Huntsville and does inkjet cartridge. recycling, and he brings them to Operation Green Team. We sell them to a local company who then puts new ink in them, and we make about $200 a month off of that. So that's just an income that the city gets, that it's not taxpayer dollars, so thanks for that as well. Through his recycling efforts and other programs that he's done with us, with Panoply and Whistle Stop and just all kinds of things that Brad has done, he and his son have made a difference with hundreds of hours of volunteer time. Now to Brody. As you can see up here, Brody, he actually, people just throw a whole thing of drink away. They drink just a little bit. So Brody's job is to pour out the contents. Every now and then I hear he likes to take a swig. So that's a little scary. But he wears his gloves, and he actually empties those with his dad. And I'm going to let him, his dad, in just a second say a little bit about it. But I want the mayor to present Brad and Brody. There you go, Mayor. With their certificates. And then I'm going to let one council member give Brody a prize. And I'm going to let the other council member give Brody a cash prize. And then this is for Dad. It's just a little Home Depot card, because I'm sure he can use that. All men can use Home Depot card. There you go. And you get balloons today, and there's even candy in there. Wave to all your fans. Can you wave to all your fans, Brody? There you go. And my motto is start them out young and they will keep going. And that's so true, because when Operation Green Team goes into kindergarten classes and we teach those children not to litter, they go home and they tell mom and daddy, or we teach them to recycle. So it really helps. So Brad wanted to say a few words.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank my wife, Tamara. She's been a big help in this. She gets up there and does bottles as well. And I have a seven-year-old son as well. His name is Preston. His passion are the bottle caps. He doesn't really do what Brody likes to do, but he does the bottle caps. Quick story, we went to Disney World this past spring break, and Preston would cross the ropes into the restricted zone if he saw a bottle cap. And we'd look, where's Preston? He's over there behind the ropes getting a bottle cap. So we're like, get back over here, come on, So anyway, that's his passion. But I want to just say something about Brody. He just has a heart passion for this bottle cap recycling. And I mean, we'll be sitting in the house watching a movie, and he'll say, let's do bottles. And I'm saying, well, it's 91 degrees outside. So, but he doesn't care. When we do this, it's usually 2 and 3 hours at a time. They're out there in the driveway, in the backyard, dumping the bottles, dumping liquid into a bucket. And Brody likes to get the 5-gallon bucket filled up. And that's, he likes doing that. And then our goal is to have them on curbside recycling by Monday morning, which is when the recycle truck runs. And one Monday morning, I was fortunate enough to be at home when the recycle truck came by, and there were 21 empty bags out there for pickup. And I got a chance to talk to him, and I walked out there and he just started shaking his head at me. He said, man, every time I come here, I was like, I want to just look the other way. So, anyway, it's all good. And, it's one thing we want to do is to continue to grow this program, do more in the parks, because about 80% of what we do recycle, what you see in these pictures, is what I pull out of a 55-gallon trash can. And so most of it's being thrown away. So, this is just a small part of it. So,
Priceless.
yeah. Real quickly, I want to thank the Operation Green Team, Thomas, Joy, Denise, Lori, all those people over there. I show up, they give me bags, they support me. Thomas is always giving me the white bags. I mean, they just do a phenomenal job in supporting this cause, and they're always looking for ways to grow it. So, I mean, you know, a lot of times when I show up over there, it's not the best of time as far as timing, but they're always gracious, and I really appreciate them, because without them, this doesn't happen. So, anyway, just want to say thank you for this. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to do this, and our goal is to continue to grow this beyond what it is right now. And just pray that Brody continues to have a heart to do this, and one day he'll understand what this means. Right now, it's just dumping liquid and putting bottles in a bag. That's what he understands. But one day he'll understand the meaning of this. Thank you.
But first, I'd like to commend each of you, because your efforts make Huntsville a more beautiful place, and we do appreciate that. Also, I want you to know that's an important factor. When people decide to move here or when they visit, that's one of the first things they notice. So, you know, each one of you are contributing to that. Now, from each of the properties that are chosen, we choose one from each district, which is the best of the best in our opinion. So our very distinguished councilmen will be presenting these very special awards this year. For Council District 1, the recipient is First Missionary Baptist Church, and accepting this award is Gary Scruggs. City Council District 2, the Surgery Center of Huntsville. Accepting will be Gary Vesey. And City Council District 3 is Burger King. And on behalf of Burger King, we have Peter Sidhu and Kevin Davis. On behalf of City Council District 4, the Alabama Builders Association, they were unable to attend, so Jane Tippett has agreed to accept the award for them later. And finally, for Council District 5, Bridge Street. And on behalf of Bridge Street, Debbie Lamont will be accepting.
Before the last and the best, I just want to thank you all again for what you do. And I want to ask you to please continue to do it and keep our city beautiful. The next award, the big one, the Mayor's Award. This is the highest and most prestigious of all the awards. It's presented each year to the most outstanding property within our city. There's many, many properties that qualify for this, but we have to narrow it down, and sometimes that's very difficult. In order to achieve this award, the property must be on the honor roll for 5 years, or be on the honor roll. To get the honor roll, they have to have an award for 5 years. They have to achieve a perfect score of 100, and that's not easy. And they must have 2 wows. Now, what a wow is, you should know, but when you go buy a property, you'll say, oh, doesn't that look nice? But then if you say, wow, doesn't that look nice? That's a wow. And that's what we're looking for on all the awards, is that extra little effort that it takes. A nicely mowed grass does not get you a wow, but something that makes your head turn and say, oh, that is so pretty, and then you turn your head again and say, it really is pretty. That's what we're looking for this award. The first impression, and I'm telling all of you this because this is what you're getting most points on, is that first impression. Because if you just drive by a place and it looks nice, big deal, you're not impressed. But if you go by a place and you see that it's well taken care of, and it doesn't have to have expensive plants, it doesn't have to have lots of flowers, although it seems most people like to see the flowers, it kind of makes us happy to see the color and the pretty spring flowers and summer flowers. The property for this Mayor's Award is judged by the entire board. We kind of cull everything else that isn't 100, and then we have to go out and rejudge and rejudge. This year, the judgment was very close, but only one property could win. And Mayor Battle is going to tell you what it is and present the award.
You know, this is something I get very nervous about coming here because I have my bosses here. I have Joy 1 and Joy 2. Joy Parker and Joy McKee, who are the bosses, are my bosses. Here, Joy Parker is Joy number 1. When I get over to City Hall, Joy McKee becomes Joy number 1. But this ceremony today represents the reason why when people come to Huntsville, they say, wow, how do you keep your city so beautiful? How do you keep your city so clean? It happens because we have a beautification board. It happens because we have a green team. It happens because we have corporate partnership and neighborhood association partnerships that make our city a beautiful place. And then finally, we have to have that wow factor. That wow factor, when you come into the city, first thing you see, you say, wow, this is really a neat area. Look how nice they keep their entranceway into the city. And as you leave the city, the final thing you see, you say, wow, this is a beautiful city. That's why the Mayor's Award this year goes to the Port of Huntsville, which is the Huntsville Aviation and Airport Authority. The job that these guys do with the entranceway to our city, most visitors to our city come in through that airport and they come to I-565, and when they see that beautiful entranceway into our city, and then the last thing they see as they leave our city is coming from I-565 into the airport, and they see that beautiful exitway out of our city, that's what makes our city so special. So thank you for the job that y'all do on a year-to-year basis.
I recently went to the airport about 3 weeks ago, early in the morning, like 5:30. It was just getting light. And I had no idea that Huntsville Airport was even in contention. And I said, wow, the same old wow. This is so nice. I went to 4 other airports. I went to the Hawaiian Islands, and I went to several islands. In paradise, the airports were not as nice as our Huntsville. That is saying something, but we have a beautiful airport. Most of us don't get a chance to go there that often, but sometime go and see how pretty it is. You'll be very proud to know it's your city airport. Thank you.